interact with leading economists to deliberate upon economic policy roadmap. Educationists from northeastern states discuss new education policy and its effectiveness. Consultation held on trans-boundary cooperation for effective management of water risks between Bhutan and India. Kamakhya temple door closed tonight for 3 days on account of Ambubasi Mela. In sports, in ICC Cricket World Cup, India set a victory target of 225 runs for Afghanistan at Southampton. Good evening viewers and welcome to the Northeast News. This is Jolly Khoikia Gogoi with the details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with leading economists in New Delhi this afternoon. The meeting is expected to deliberate upon economic policy roadmap for promoting growth and employment generation. It is being organized by government think tank Niti Aayog. Sectoral experts and industrialists are also expected to attend. The meeting assumes significance as it comes ahead of the presentation of the budget on the 5th of next month by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman chairs her first GST Council meeting. Council extends last date for filing annual returns to August 31. Council also allows use of Aadhaar by businesses for registration on the GST. The all-powerful GST Council on Friday extended the tenure of the Anti-Profiteering Authority by 2 years and approved imposing a penalty of up to 10% on entities not passing on benefits of GST rate cuts to consumers. Briefing reporters after the 35th meeting of the Council, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that the meeting was conducive and fruitful. The Council extended the date for filing annual returns under the Goods and Services Tax regime by 2 months to August 31, adding the one-form new GST return filing system will be applicable from January 1, 2020. India expects Pakistan to take all necessary steps to effectively implement the action plan of the Financial Action Task Force (FATF) fully by September this year. In response to a media query regarding FATF decision to continuously keep Pakistan in the grey list, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Ravish Kumar said the FATF action plan by Pakistan should be in accordance with its political commitment. He said Islamabad should take credible, verifiable, irreversible and sustainable measures to address global concerns related to terrorism and terrorist financing emanating from any territory under its control. On Friday, the FATF said that Islamabad has failed to complete its action plan on terror financing and warned Islamabad to meet its commitment by October or face action, which could possibly lead to the country getting blacklisted. The Paris-based global body is working to curb terrorism financing and money laundering and has asked Pakistan to reassess the operation of banned terrorist outfits in the country. A galaxy of educationists from the northeastern states today met at USTM near Guwahati to discuss on the new education policy, massive changes and reconstructing the existing education policy and its effectiveness on the northeastern states in particular. The brainstorming session on the Education Policy 2019 organized by USTM was attended by the Vice Chancellors of different universities of the Northeast and many other distinguished educationists and deliberated various pros and cons of education and its future. Dr. Mridul Hazarika, the Vice Chancellor of the Guwahati University, delivered the keynote address. Presiding over the session, Professor Mihir Kanti Chaudhary, Advisor Education, Government of Assam, thanked the participants for the valuable deliberations and asked the concerned authority to pay heed to their aspirations so that the country can step forward towards becoming a knowledge capital and prosper. A 2-day consultation on trans-boundary cooperation for effective management of water risks between Bhutan and India was held at Kokrajhar. The consultation, jointly organized by Northeast Research and Social Work Networking, RNNUC and Bhutan Transparency Initiative, Bhutan-India Friendship Association, supported by Oxfam's Project TROSA, was inaugurated by Director Oxfam India Pankaj Anand and former Prime Minister of Bhutan and Chairperson of Board Bhutan Transparency Initiative, Dr. Kingzang Dorzi. The consultation concluded with signing and declaring call for action on inclusive water governance. The 7 points call for action was signed by key civil society leaders from both Bhutan and India. It calls to strengthen people-to-people ties and to safeguard the rights of riparian communities upstream and downstream. The 6th Convocation of Assam Downtown University was held today at its Panikhaiti campus. Attending as chief guest, Assam Governor Professor Jagadish Mukhi said that education is one of the crucial indices of socio-economic development. He said students with academic recognition entails certain responsibilities towards serving for country and its well-being. All India Council for Technical Education Chairman Professor Anil D. Sahasrabudhe, Chancellor of the University Dr. Narendranath Datta, Vice Chancellor Dr. Amarjyoti Chaudhary also spoke on the occasion. The Governor distributed certificates to graduates, postgraduates and faculty students who successfully passed out from the Downtown University. The best graduates and best postgraduates of the university were conferred with gold medals. Dr. Milind Vasan Kirtane and industrialist Abhijit Barua were honored with Doctor of Science degrees for their contribution in their respective fields. The Governor of Arunachal Pradesh, Brigadier Dr. B.D. Mishra, retired, interacted with meritorious students from 13 eastern districts of the state in the Raj Bhavan, Itanagar today. The Governor exhorted the students to have a lofty vision and go about it with diligence, discipline and commitment. He advised them to study for knowledge and competence and not just only for taking certificates. It is the right time and age for students to inculcate integrity, respect for teachers and elders and passion for hard work, the Governor told the students. Interacting with the students, Governor said that the spirit of nationalism is immense, unique and par excellence amongst the people of Arunachal Pradesh. The Governor felicitated Ms. Vanda Moran, a student of Class 9 from Namsai district, who topped in the Arunachal State Board 2018-19, and the youngest member of the group, Ms. Name Mele, Class 5 from Dibang Valley district. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, along with several cabinet colleagues and officials, inspected the work in progress on the rejuvenation and conservation of Nambul River projects at different locations along the Nambul River today. Speaking to the media persons, Chief Minister said the first phase of the project would be undertaken in the polluted stretch of the Nambul River, Iroisemba to Irangothang area. He mentioned that a sum of 97 crore rupees has been approved for the said project. Chief Minister highlighted that a sewage pipeline would be constructed along the both sides of the Nambul River. The urban waste would be treated by using latest technology at the water treatment plant to be constructed at a Mongsai area, he added. Secretary of Commerce, Government of India, Anup Wadhawan, along with other 11 delegates, inspected the integrated checkpost at border town Mori on Thursday. The delegates included Professor Amita Bratta, former Indian Ambassador to Myanmar, Gautam Mukhopadhyay, Additional Director General of Foreign Trade, Kolkata, Anindita Das Sengupta, and Chairman Northeast Indian Chamber of Commerce, M.K. Sahuria, along with other officials. A welcome ceremony was held for the visiting officials, where they were presented with shawls by the President of Border Trade and Chamber of Commerce, Mori, V. Shekhar. The inspection team was accompanied by SP Tengnopal ASP Mori, SDPO Mori and OC Mori Police. Ambubasi Mela is held annually at the Kamaikha Temple at Nilachal Hills in Guwahati in the month of Ahar in Assamese calendar. This is the most important festival of the Kamaikha Temple. During the Ambubasi Mela, Probriti, the doors of the Kamaikha Temple will be closed tonight at 1:40 hours, and on the Nibriti Day, the door of the temple will be opened for visitors and devotees on the morning of June 26. During these 3 days, the daily worship and other religious performance will stop. During this Ambubasi Mela, Assam government is arranging all kinds of necessary facilities like fooding, lodging, drinking water, healthcare, information centers, and security arrangement for devotees. The authorities are expecting more than 25 lakh visitors and devotees from across the country and abroad in Ambubasi Mela this year. Music is the rhythm of life. Music tunes the threads of life to make it a symphony. Every year, 21st of June is being celebrated as the International Day of Music. Assam also observed the day. A report by Rajeshri Lahoti.
Sections. This day was celebrated at 700 cities in 120 countries like India. Music has become a way to establish global harmony. In Guwahati too, the in-house bands like Indiafuse performed at the event. The day also coincides with International Day of Yoga. For many, music is an instrument used for expressing themselves. Mr. Nandan Fukan complements yoga and music with each other.
बोला है कि म्यूजिक तो एक लाइफ में एक पार्ट होना चाहिए सबके एक जिंदगी के म्यूजिक की तरह से चलना चाहिए. We should spread love, peace, and happiness through music.
As rightly said by Pluto, music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Hence, since 1981, World Music Day is acknowledged and enjoyed by people all over the world. That's Shilawati, Bureau Report, DD News, Guwahati.
In the ICC Cricket World Cup, India won the toss and opted to bat against Afghanistan in their fifth match at Southampton. India scored 224 for 8 wickets in 50 overs, setting a victory target of 225 runs for Afghanistan. Mohammad Shami has been included in place of injured fellow paceman Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Vijay Shankar is also in the playing 11. India are currently fourth in the 10-team points table with 7 points. The Tripura government has decided to hand over 20 schools to International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, affiliated Indian Tribal Care Trust in a bid to improve quality of education. The state had a total of 4,398 government-run and aided schools. Of these, 13 schools were shut down due to non-availability of students. Another 147 schools have less than 10 students. Education Minister Ratan Lal Nath told media that Indian Tribal Care Trust had requested to hand them over 53 schools, but the government has decided to give them 20 schools for 5 years. Of the 20 schools, 7 each are in West and South districts, 3 in Sefia Jala district, 2 in Khowai district and 1 in Gomati district, he said. The food grains production in the country is estimated at 283.37 million tons during 2018-19. This is 17.63 million tons higher than the average production of last 3 years. Official sources in the Agriculture Ministry said the centre is implementing several crop development schemes and programs through the states. The Indian Council of Agricultural Research is conducting basic and strategic research relating to crop improvement, production and protection technologies suitable to different situations. Before we wind up the bulletin, a recap of the headlines. Prime Minister interact with leading economists to deliberate upon economic policy roadmap. Educationists from northeastern states discuss new education policy and its effectiveness. Consultation held on transboundary cooperation for effective management of water risks between Bhutan and India. Kamakhya temple door closed tonight for 3 days on account of Ambubasi Mela. And in sports, in ICC Cricket World Cup, India set a victory target of 225 runs for Afghanistan at Southampton. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.